Okay. It may or may not be working. My camera's screwed up again. Hang on. The internet randomly decided to spike back up again. Fix my cameras again. It did only take 4-ish tries. Last time it wasn't so much the internet. I'm pretty sure it was the graphics card. This time it was definitely the internet because I was running at like 50% max capacity. Okay. Ooh, hello. But I can't. Okay. Good this time. You're on Twitch too. Well, thank you. I don't know what was going on, but that was crazy. Okay. All right. Show them the thing. What thing? Oh, that thing. It's... I can't really see it. I'm in the way. Hang on. This thing. Ready to bash some heretics. To see my thing. This is the wrong channel for that. Subscribe to me on my other platform. Renfair. Actually. I was surprised. Suppose I should tag the Discord again. Give me a sec. No. I don't know what you're talking about. Those are basically just general nerd conventions, which I don't know how to feel about. Like, fantasy is fine when it's like non-fantasy, anime, sci-fi stuff. Never a fan. It was good. There was a lot of fantasy and high fantasy. And that was the only thing I saw that wasn't traditional fantasy. And they had some historical demonstrations, which triggered my tism a little bit, and I was invested in. But yeah, that was odd to see. But because of that, next year I kind of want to go in a commissar uniform and see what happens. Okay, so I'll show you guys what I just finished this afternoon. This boy here. He just got done, so we added another boy to the squad. Because I've still been on the Tanine War kick, which I would like to work some more on, but he's a death skull. I'm gonna leave him over here in case anybody else joins in. Try sliding the Hema guys and to let me try out armor and weapons. What? Yep. I was pretty proud of how he turned out. I've started applying white paint on top of the blue on their body paint. And I think it really adds a lot. Make it out at all. I think it looks good. Show you the thing? I'll show you the thing. I'm just gonna pull it over here. I was bashing heretics this weekend. We got the thing. Not quite up to scale, but it does the job. Look at that thing. A little girl I was sitting next to at the painting booth started tearing up when the 40k players started wawing. Yeah, so depending on how this week goes, this might be the only evening I have to stream, so I'm taking advantage of it. That was the whole reason that I tried to do anything at all. But we're going back to some Terminus Nights tonight. Show you my thing and a little sneak peek on that tank I'm working on. Mrs. Faceplant is here. Tossed it from the con and promised to have a nice presentation ready for my research group. How's that going? Six-hour stream. That is wishful thinking, my friend. It's tomorrow and I didn't start it. Oof. Big oof. I need to... But it's probably time to replace that. But I'm not going to because I'm lazy. Minimal effort for the win. Gonna paint instead. It's better for my humors. I feel that. Too thin. Much too thin. Okay, I'm gonna go over it with 2 coats anyway. Don't know exactly how the week will play. Well, I'm pretty positive at this point how the week will play out. Monday and Tuesday sound very full at the moment, according to my overall work schedule. She pays me, so I'm on Twitch. The thing is sent. See, you DM'd me. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. And this is the commission. Is it supposed to be a particular chapter? Also, is that Kill Team Terrain? Oh boy, that looks intense. Is that some of the... That's not the pre-painted terrain, is it? Yeah, your name changed. It's supposed to be painted like an M1A1 tank. I got that. Hello, different person who is not my wife. Hey Storm, playing Baldur's Gate 3 with mods. More fun than you thought. I still have yet to venture outside of vanilla. Just because I feel like vanilla was so perfect. I didn't realize my phone wasn't watching live. I had to fix it, so it is. Prove it. Not chapter specific. The marine is camo. Okay, yeah, that's the camo that you asked my opinion of. No, it's perfect, but with mods you actually add more onto the game. That's called Mind Weaver. Wizard with a sword. That's already a thing in 5e D&D. Is the Blade Singer? Because I've had a player play that before. Kind of a fun class. Doing a little battle damage. Spent a ton of money this weekend. I know, I was there. And I do believe you mean our money, comrade. Also, Defiler's primed, and I'm gonna start tonight. Yes, I have to see the progress. There, I'll start if I get bored. What we bought. We purchased a new mode of transportation. And unfortunately, it's not a Baneblade. Although that's what I would have rather have purchased. Looks like we all contribute to the grand US economy. That is the truth. Need 40k advice if I was going to paint a Chaos Space Marine chapter. What colors would you recommend? Chaos Space Marines are a lot harder to pin down. Because they can be literally anything. Because they don't have any rules to adhere to. They only adhere to their specific god. So I would still do something that kind of makes sense. So like if you're Chaos Undivided, pretty much anything. But somebody like Slaanesh, I do a lot of absurd colors, like pinks and purples and oranges and things of that nature. If you're going Tzeentch, try to stick to like blues and purples, cooler tones. And then Nurgle greens, or do what I did and have one Chaos Warband that used to be part of a Legion give some of its allegiance to a different god and change its color up slightly. Married life. For real. No rules good enough. My inner gatekeeper is a jerk, or whatever, to my wife's color choices. This is true. In my opinion, and this is just what I do, if you're making a Chaos Warband, figure out who they are first. Like, figure out some lore and personality and who they worship, and then come up with color scheme from there. Like, what legion are they derived from? Or were they a traitorous chapter? Like, you could make a Wordbearer's Warband that has entirely just fallen to Slaanesh. And the whole thing could just be maybe some of the Wordbearers red or maroon, fuzz stuck to him. I need to move that. But also introduce some gaudy pinks and purples. If pink and blue, what it take for her to paint? Don't care. Yet another player. You keep yourself from having fun. To roast anyone in chat. And we appreciate you more for it, Warden. It's a Walmart brush. I think I have the same one. It is. And I just bought a new pack the other day. Because I think this one is about ready to crap out on me. Because I do not care enough about my brushes to actually take care of them. And when you can buy a pack of like 20 brushes for $5, I'm not going to pass it up. This made me angry. Totally is about to fail on you. And see the gunk in the ferrule. Oh yeah, she's gone, but she's painted hell of a lot of models. But yeah, it's about ready to retire. A lot of minis with them. They're great. Unfortunately, you can't buy a pack of just one size, which is what I would love. You have to buy like 20 different sizes in the pack, of which I only use like 2. So not really getting the most use out of the money you pay for them, but whatever. Don't sleep on the 10 round. Facts. I have gotten my use out of that. Be with the other non-grippy back. I've gotten that one too. Don't have any of them on hand. Tyler took almost a whole can of spray paint because you magnetized it. That'll do it. I still haven't primed anything. Because I keep telling myself I'm going to build more models first. And then I don't. And I just end up painting instead. Get this defiler done before you finish the psychophage. Actually crash out on Mal. Is that a challenge? If we make it a challenge, then I'll get to it. Maybe I should build those warriors first, though. Probably what I should be doing tonight, but here I am. I wanted to get those orcs, those storm boys I have put together. Alas, I have not made it that far. Any mini painted is a victory. You constantly putting Mal in danger is messed up, but I'll accept it. Listen, just because Mal's well-being is in my hands does not make it a priority. I actually sit down and get a gauge on how long it'll take. I'm thinking 3 days of work. That's about like my great unclean one. It took me about 3 days. And the cozy Patreon money stops. This is true. Yeah, because the patrons bought me the Psychophage and the Prime. And those assaultants. The warriors I did by myself. I didn't want to have to rely too heavily on the patrons. Yes, absolutely missed you. 100%. Was crying the whole time. Hey, Rushdev. Long time no see. Does come out on the 20th. Bro, that animation that they put out today, oh, it was good. Like, I know a lot of it was recycled from the announcement trailer, but do we actually have a canonized image of Big E now? Because it didn't feel very propagandized. I mean, it was propagandized. It was heavily propagandized, but the imagery didn't seem that propagandized. Just one more. Did you not see it? Do we need to watch it real quick? I'm gonna pull it up real quick, just because. Maybe. I don't know if I have. Hold on. Let me set it up. I'm gonna set it up live on stream. Maybe. We'll watch it together. I did have a scene with the screen cap, but then I had to restart my whole PC. Like, wipe everything, and I lost all of my scenes. I didn't put that one in. I'm gonna set it up real quick. Give me a sec. Live Mal reaction. Indeed. Actually, you know what? There we go. All right. Don't mind me. Hold on. Okay. All right, I got it. Give me a sec. All right. I'm gonna put my headphones on for this. Doing everything. I was not prepared for this, but I wanted to watch it again anyway. So, oof. Mal, for your enjoyment and mine. All right, here we go.
It is the 41st millennium. For more than 100 centuries, the Emperor has sat immobile on the golden
so good.
throne of Earth. He is the master of mankind in the war between gods. And master of 1,000,000 worlds. might of his inexhaustible armies. He is the carrion lord of the Imperium.
It's so good.
1,000 souls are sacrificed every day, so his may continue to burn. He is a rotting carcass.
See, we're getting
breathing with
imagery
power,
right there.
sustained by forbidden marvels from the dark age of technology.
Emperor jump scare.
To be alive.
And we get our Armageddon Blood Angels.
Is to be one amongst
Which, this is a really good animation because they're giving us, like, the actual speed and reflexes of Space Marines, which I appreciate.
and most bloody regime imaginable. These are the
Yeah, it looks like we're getting Ultramarines, Blood Angels, and Sallies.
Forget the power of technology and science. For so much has been forgotten, never to be relearned.
Acadian blood.
Forget the
Naturally.
promise of progress and understanding. For in the grim darkness of the far future,
Of course, all we get is Black Legion.
there is only war.
Because I want you to think that Black Legion is the only Chaos Space Marine faction. Yeah, and then we get Sally's
No peace
with the Nids.
amongst the stars.
Very good imagery of the melting pools.
Only an eternity of carnage and slaughter. And the laughter of thirsting gods. But the universe is a big place, and whatever happens, you will not be missed.
Back to Big E. Why does it have running claws that are illegal war gear? Yeah, so that's that. I think it's cool. I thought it was a solid animation. So yeah. They wanted to give everybody attention. So we got Nids, we got Orcs, we got Chaos. Wasn't the Swarm Lord? I didn't think it was the Swarm Lord. I thought that was just a Tyrannofex. That was a Tyrant? Yeah, I don't know my Nids. I need to be educated. Yeah, I saw that pop up, and that was definitely one that I was not going to mix. Base plan doesn't know. It's confirmed 2026. This is true. And I'm trying, okay? I know Chaos, and I know Space Marines. Trying to learn other things. And I kind of know orcs. Scything claws. Anyway, all that to say, I'm very excited to see that we got multiple factions represented. Even though we know 11th is going to be Armageddon, orcs and blood angels. Totally love to stay, but I'm up at 5:30 tomorrow, and I need my honk shoes. I can see you, Rush, dude. Thanks for jumping in. You know orcs, huh? And what is this obscure metal Gorka Morka model that's older than I am? I didn't say I know orcs. I said I kind of know orcs. That was cool, but give me better bugs, because screw you. Yeah, I would have appreciated a hive fleet that was not Leviathan. I wouldn't have minded some Jormungandr or Behemoth. Give me your money. Would have been real cool. Yeah, that is Leviathan. The Ultramarines of the Tyranids. Seen one piece of Gorgon art in my entire life. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have too. Not that I have any more experience than you do. Find a spot for your Thunderhammer yet? Well, it was back there, and then Mrs. Faceplant told me to bring it out here. So, I was showing my thing. Oh wait, did you just miss the animation? Do we have to watch it again? That would be my third time watching it today. Which I wouldn't be opposed to, because it's great. Within reach. It is within reach. I needed to have it readily available so I can bash in the heretics' heads. Also, I don't like the placement of the activation stud. I mean, I get it because it's two-handed, so you just push it right here, but then once you let go, does it deactivate, or do you have to push it again to deactivate? I don't know if I've read any books with any Thunderhammers. Man finds excuses to watch the same thing over and over and over again for an entire stream. Listen, that was me to a T when I was 6 years old. Watching things over and over again, child's play, literally. Painting stream? Oh, heck no, it's 40k trailer watch party. We can totally make it a 40k trailer watch party. Don't tempt me. But I forgot the whole reason we watched it was to figure out, is that really what Big E looks like? Is that the canon imagery of the Astronomicon? I think it's an Autismo precursor or something. Yeah. That's on brand. Maybe the official Big E imagery were the friends we made along the way. Dan Abnett is tentatively in charge, and he doesn't like the notion of a physical skeletonized remains. He says it's like the burning center of a galactic engine, the ball of light and glory that'll burn you alive. Which, valid. And we didn't really get an apt description in Dark Imperium when Gilliman actually talked to him. It was very vague. And Gilliman kind of had an internal crisis while talking to him, which anyone would. So, valid. I don't know, man. But again, that's his view. This is why the setting needs to remain vague and up to interpretation. This was my TED Talk. Oh, I wholeheartedly agree. I don't want answers. So, speaking of that, the Deathwatch book that I just finished, Shadowbreaker, so it ended very openly. I don't know if anyone's been through it before, but it was it ended with a conversation between two inquisitors. One of the inquisitors being an extremely high-ranking inquisitor, who was trying to propagate manipulation of the gene stealer genome and progress it throughout the galaxy in order to control the populace. And through that, he's trying to ascend to the High Lords, and then from there ascend to Emperorhood. That is his ultimate goal. And they just left it there. So, and we haven't heard anything else about it. Big E on the throne for $5 million. Special rule wins you the game. Lost my temper at a 4-year-old man with a haircut of the 12-year-old today. Was over his haircut. That's literally so stupid, but how do you feel about genies already out of the bottle? All the reveals make me only run pre-Era Indominus narratives. It was dumb, but I like the idea that they left it in the air, because when they leave it in the air, then it could still be happening. Because he didn't die. Like, nobody interacted with him. And he just... It's the whole reason that he sent the Death Watch to this planet was to get the research from another said Ordo Xenos Inquisitor who was doing the research. And she wouldn't give it to him. So he took it with the Death Watch. And the Death Watch didn't know what they were doing. And ultimately, the planet was consumed by Jormungandr. And no one was there to defend it. Because Ordo Xenos got in, got what they wanted, and got out. Seems like they can sell you the answer in about 40 more books. When I haven't heard of any more books. I don't remember what year that one was published. But also, apparently, what's the new... I forget the name of the Iron Warders narrative. What's the name of it? But apparently the whole premise of that is to create the Infinite Citadel. Perturabo has been in the background for 10,000 years, and all of the Iron Warriors have been furthering this plan that has been in motion for 10,000 years. So everything that the Iron Warriors have ever done have been to progress this plan. Which I personally think is kind of dumb, as it takes away from the Iron Warriors Warband's autonomy. GW has not said this in years, but the old policy is that the only canon was codices and books. Codices and books aren't canon, which is my preferred state. But what's your take as a book guy? I think the books, with the exception of Chaos-centric and Orc-centric, so any Imperium-centric books, I suppose, would be the easy way to say that, are fully Imperium coded. So if there's an Imperium book, the Imperium will always come out on top. And I think that is their form of Imperium propaganda. So books like Storm of Iron, which is an Iron Warriors book, the Iron Warriors win. They come out on top, and that was the key to Hansu's ascension to being in charge of one of the largest warbands of Iron Warriors in existence. I think that's true. But books that are Imperium-centric, like Dark Imperium, for instance, I think it is a mixture of both things from Gilman's perspective and Imperial propaganda. But also, because it's an Era Indomitus, it could be Gilman trying to sell the truth and turn things around. And maybe that's just me thinking too far outside the box. But I feel like that's valid. And the reason that people hate the Era Indomitus so much is because it's the truth. Now that is retconning at its finest. Can't read. Here's a big question. Do I prime on sprue, then terrain? Oh, the terrain. I don't know. I've never been in terrain before. I don't know the accessibility. I don't like doing anything on sprue because then the connection points don't end up getting painted. And it makes it harder in the long run. That's just my opinion. Gino will fight me on that, though. Because for some reason he enjoys suffering. He is a hobby masochist in that department. I forgot to grill him on that. Damn, Mal, you had one job. We were supposed to channel all of our bullying through you. We were supposed to use the power of the ancestors. Gave him money and forgot to flame him for being a psychopath. I don't bully. I'm a good guy, Mal. That's what the bad guy always says. Did make some good connections. Talk with the guy in charge of toothing coats for like a cumulative 4 hours over 2 days. You bully Gino and you get powers on God. How'd that conversation go, Mel? Was it productive? I did. I forgot to tell you guys when I was at Ren Fair. I was wearing a Warhammer t-shirt because I didn't dress up because I'm basic like that. And I talked to a guy briefly who said he hadn't played since 4th edition. But he used to play salamanders. It was a brief conversation, but it was kind of cool. Interacting with people out in the wild. Super cool, down-to-earth guy, had an insane career, made the early TSR era D&D minis, was VP of Wizards of the Coast, president of GW America, CEO Privateer Press 2, not even rocking the tunic tights. Holy, that is quite the resume. What I'm hearing is I need to move to New England. As you guys, or either coast, get that cool stuff. Meanwhile, I'm stuck here in the middle of the country where nothing happens. Just chilling in a booth, teaching people to paint. And Mal acquired me nerd paints. Dox yourself. I didn't give an exact location. Point a finger at the US and I'm there. Somewhere. How far is Denver? About 8 hours. You did give some people yet to be released 2 thin coats boxes, which was super cool. Were you one of those people? Aw. That's depressing. Grew up in Wyoming. I am very far from Wyoming. Small chance I get to meet him at an upcoming private event if he actually shows. That would be insane. That would be crazy. not move there to be closer to everyone. Or you should move to not hurt and be closer to everyone. That would be ideal. But also, I'm in a pretty great living situation right now. So I can't really give it up. But wait a minute, aren't you? I'm in South Dakota. Small studio apartment. Kid has to sleep on the floor. North Jersey. $2K a month. Take it or leave it. I'm good. Thanks. Appreciate it. Mal is a slumlord, and that's the only way he knows this. Yeah, I have a car payment I have to make now, so yeah, an upgrade in cost of living is not really ideal. Mal on his way to raise rent on a single mother of 4. Mal, you tyrant. Man's gotta make a living. And man's gotta keep using that living to be my patron. So, you keep doing you, Mal. Need to break a few eggs to make an omelet. Need to ruin a few families to buy a box of Warhammer. Did I mention I picked up Skaven Tide? Really? Can't pay, someone else can. Mal, after evicting said tenants. It was 180 at the con. What's in that? I mean, besides Skaven, obviously. A billion rats and some Timu Space Marines. I almost called them Storm Wardens. That's how 40k build I am. Definitely not Storm Wardens. Sigmar would have my head. Maybe. I don't know the guy. Can't really speak on his naming habits. You get sanguinary guard with wings though. Put them on the 41. I have thought about that. I've seen those wings. And I was like, dang. Those look great on some sanguinary guard. Unfortunately, Blood Angel's successors do not have access to sanguinary guard. It is strictly a Blood Angels thing. The only Blood Angels units that canon Blood Angels get are the name is escaping me now. Death Company. That's it. Oh, and Sanguinary Priest. But they do not get Sanguinary Guard. Didn't realize how many things are named Warden in this hobby. Really wish I kept Abyss Watcher now. Miss the rage waves from the Red Terror. Me too. I miss Angry Warden. Bring him back. Paint some World Eaters. Bring on Hulk Warden. That's what we want. Blue Ferrigno Warden. I see it. Accurate. Painting more world eaters tonight. Angry Defiler. Make it the angriest Defiler. Make it Marines Malevolent if they fell to Khorne. That would be awesome. And I'm really surprised nobody's homebrewed that. That I'm aware of. Defiler kind of fell in my lap. Being such a nice guy. I wouldn't know what that's like. My dog don't eat the red terror and Defiler before I get that angry again. Like if I woke up tomorrow and they announced everything being updated to models from Space Marine 2, I'd have an aneurysm. Uh-oh. Alright. YouTube chat was telling me it was disconnected, then reconnected. That's why YouTube has been so quiet. Okay. So I want to start on the metallics now. Because as late as this stream is, I should probably go to bed. I have gotten a lot of progress today. 2.5 models. Or 1.5. That's great for me. Also, I love how these guys are essentially the same palette. I use the same blue and the same browns. I just use a little bit of a different wash. Do metallics? Oh, I guess. start on the bolter and go from there. Stream again this week. Go longer. Make future hate current you. Who's that future guy? He's lame and tired AF. He is going to be. With the way my schedule's looking, it's gonna be a crazy week. YouTube disconnecting. Looks like it's fine. I set up or when you get off. Okay. Oh, you're here? Interesting. OBS isn't showing me the concurrent viewers. Gonna sponge the Defiler armor red. That is the way to do it. Just don't tell Gino. That is absolutely what I would do. That impulsor I've got back there, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it with that. Because it's got to be yellow and silver. The yellow is what's going to throw me off. And I think I'm going to do it with my Venom Crawler and the Obliterators. Which, now I feel like I need to add some Mutilators to that kit. That's all the Defiler bits. Oh, and Karn. Oh, I definitely do it with Karn. I'm gonna do it with my Abaddon too. Who's not really Abaddon. Also, who thinks Abaddon's gonna get replaced in 11th? Anybody? Read Sweaty Kitty. He's probably not going to, because Chaos loves him at the moment because of Cadia. And he has a deal with Vastor. So he's kind of established. I just wish someone would replace him. They love Abaddon, so I don't think replaced. He gets sidelined, so GW can keep chasing short-term profit games in 27 and 28. With new Undivided Primarchs, we get new Super Omega $200 Abaddon in 2030. Do we think Abaddon will ever achieve Demon Prince? Didn't they do a big ass statue of him a few years back? Yeah, they did. Basic. Yeah, he's super basic, but that's also Black Legion. They're extremely basic. I mean, they are the Ultramarines of Chaos. So it's kind of par for the territory. Like, I was kind of thinking that, Huron, Harkin. I keep thinking that Harkin is going to end up replacing him because he's like one of his top lieutenants in every aspect. But it's just not happening. But the rate that Harkin can conquer worlds is pretty unparalleled. It's not how GW rolls. He becomes somehow empowered by chaos and becomes 5 feet taller without any long-term consequences. He's just taller. He got replaced after the 12th Veil Crusade. Yeah. Cadia was kind of the turning point. They kind of had to have that happen, but Harkin could have done that too. So I don't really know what the play is. And then even with the Red Corsair release, I still feel like that Huron is just kind of sidelined. But I also have no desire for any of my Chaos forces to join Abaddon or Huron, for that matter. I'm going to keep them relatively independent. Hey, Beal. Where am I from? Midwest. Midwest. Also, are we growing out the beard again? No, I'm just lazy. I haven't really taken the time to shave back to the stash. I want to, don't get me wrong, but I just haven't. Yeah, dox yourself. No, I'm good. Don't get mad at you. What did you do? Do I want to know? Sound like a KCMO boy. Plastic will heal any of Face's wounds. This is true. Very true. Approve of the purchase you just made. Is it Warhammer related? Question mark. I'm going to rubber brush. Buy him Killzone. was not as effective as I was hoping, but it's fine. It's not Warhammer related. Oh, that's mildly disappointing. Big bets, I'm gonna guess Wichita. I will leave that to your bet. Great work, very impressed. Do that more. Nebraska. And he eats corn. I do love me some corn. Touch-ups here. Guys, miss any spots with the gunmetal? Did. Fix that real quick. I don't know why I always paint these canisters metallic. And clearly in canon they are leather. Screw it, I'm doing it anyway. Forgot if I corrected you or not before you said churs in New England. It's not? Oh, pardon me. My perception of the rest of the nation is askew because I never get to see any of it because it's hundreds of miles in all directions. So, pardon-moi. Mid-Atlantic gang. Picture exposure. Wipe your camera. Oh, I'm wiping my camera all the time. And not for the reasons people think. You believe me. Okay. Other than the Imperialis, I think that's all I have to do before the normal. Oh, no, I gotta paint the whites on. I'll do that after I paint the Imperialis real quick. Way too much paint, but it's fine. Okay. Why do I keep losing subs? I lost subs today too. Today and yesterday. I don't know what happened. 75 Friday went again short yesterday. Now I'm back down to 74. Yeah, I was at 242 and now I'm back down to 240. I don't know what happened. People just don't want to stick around for the long haul, I guess. All right, let's do the whites real quick. YouTube, man, makes no sense. I'm about to hit 450 on TikTok. Wild. Shorts views are still in decline. Whatever, if I don't get fired this week, I should be good. Get back on the content grind with newfound support. Yeah, my shorts aren't performing that well either. My last one didn't even break, well, barely broke 500. Which is kind of unusual for me. Usually I can at least break 1K. That one did not. Time short did hit 15K. The algorithm likes memes, which is crazy. I don't even watch YouTube shorts because half the time it's just brain wash. Not even half the time, 100% of the time. If I start scrolling through YouTube shorts, it's just nothing entertaining at all. So the only shorts that I actually watch are the ones that are on my recommended on my homepage. And usually it's both of yours because they're the only ones that I ever like and comment on. Successful ones are just brain rot, but 40K style. D&D vid didn't do bad at all either, at least for the fact that it's a whole new sphere of content. May do some more of those with hidden ambition of painting as a background. I'm not just reading off a PDF. Just imagine everyone watching has ADHD and I have it really bad, so I can tell when the average person will get bored and scroll. You get about 3 seconds to set the hook and that's it. I believe that. I don't usually make actual entertaining shorts. It's usually me sharing things that I've painted. So all turntable. So I think that's the majority of my problem, but I don't usually have time for anything else. If I had time for the grind, I would definitely get on it. And I haven't put anything on the gaming channel since like December or January. It's been a while. So if you use training sounds, people just like to listen to the sound itself and it carries sometimes. Hearing what I painted. Just all funny like sometimes. See, I'm not that funny, but I'm also not up to date on meme culture. I can't really contribute to that. We've been going for about 2 hours, so I'm probably going to wrap it here. He's ready for the wash. And then we'll go in for all the details. Highlights and dirty seal. That is... I assume that's an Auspex. Not entirely sure. That's hilarious. I feel like no one would ever want to listen to the same sound to guide their viewing, but I'm also out of touch, so what do I know? Means I have to paint. You love it, Warden. Why you've been doing it so much. So much. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for me. So if there's anybody new here, support me on Patreon. You get access to special channels on the Discord. Yeah, special channels on the Discord. If you go high enough, you can join me on stream. Yeah. I think that's it. I don't remember my shill. I haven't done it for so long. Follow me on Instagram. Faceplant104. Over there. I post sometimes, on occasion. If not, I might follow you. Link in the bio. Link is in the bio. Like and subscribe to me. I don't think anybody's here anymore. That's fine. Yeah. That's gonna be it. Hopefully, at some point, I'll see you guys this week, and we will get back to this. And this guy will probably get done. Whenever I have a spare moment, because he won't take that much longer, in all honesty. But yeah, one step closer, and then this guy turned out great. I'm really happy with him. So, all right, hey everybody, do it under the threat of violence. Give me your money. Yeah, you guys buy me things. You buy me models and supplies and graphics cards, which was absolutely necessary. Now my gaming content or streams get so many more views. It's actually surprising how well my gaming videos do, even though I am primarily a Warhammer painting streamer. So, all right, thanks everybody. See you when I see you.